This is Justin Banks from Just in Time Grilling. Today we're going to make a hamburger with a peanut butter sauce. The ingredients of the list are the ingredients that I have in my everyday kitchen, except for this Sambal Oelek. Everything else I have regularly. And for the burger, you know what? I put down those things that I use, but at the same time, make the burger how you normally would make it. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be the sauce that really gives it that specialty that makes it different. So the first thing I'm going to do is heat up the sugar. I should have used a preheated pan so the sugar can break down a little bit faster, but hey, you know, it's the first time that I ever tried to do this. And so you learn. The number one goal that I want people to notice is that I'm not a professional, I'm a rookie. The goal is to see that, hey, anybody can learn how to cook. It just takes time, it takes patience, and you gotta have the will to try. So let's let the sugar melt a little bit. You know, I literally could eat burgers every week, maybe even every other day. My wife, on the other hand, she's not a huge fan of burgers. She can eat it every now and then. I think there's a difference in our styles of eating. Not that I eat burgers all the time, but I just love having something between two buns. Yeah. So this was a nice alternative, I would say, from my traditional burgers. First time I ever tried out this peanut butter sauce. The sauce actually tasted very similar to a sauce that I can find in my local Chinese restaurants. Of course, for some reason, I never enjoyed the sauce. Thought it just didn't hit the food right, but with this burger, it was on point. So now, you see the sugar is starting to melt. It's breaking down, so now it's time to add the cream. And I'm going to also add in the broth. You know, I actually tasted a little bit of this midway through the cooking, and I noticed this has a nice thickness, has the color of a cheese sauce. Maybe I'm way wrong on the recipe to make cheese sauce. However, I think this gives me the will to want to try a Mexican queso dip or something. All right, now I'm adding the soy sauce. I'm going to also add in this spicy Asian sauce called Oelek something. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. This is a very good paste as far as adding some extra flavor to any recipe, any marinades. If you want to add something different, put that in there. I'm also adding the lime juice now. It's starting to get a little bit of color. Like I said, this Sambal Oelek, whatever it's called, it's a nice addition to my kitchen. First time using it, and it's gonna be a permanent thing in my kitchen now. So you want to constantly stir it, make sure nothing burns, and just let it cook down. And the great thing about this is that it's not meat, so there's really no such thing as undercooking it or overcooking it. Of course, you don't want it to be runny, you don't want it to be too thin. You want to have a nice thickness, consistency, but it's not going to hurt you if you make a mistake. So I actually turned the heat down after it started to boil up a bit too much. I did want to simmer down, I did want some of the liquid to come out, but at the same time, I don't want to burn it. You can burn stuff, and that's not what I want to do. Just let it cook down though. Get a nice thickness. You notice I still haven't yet to add the main ingredient, the peanut butter, but it's coming. So, here we go. Now I'm adding the peanut butter in it. Just letting it cook down. Keep stirring it up as we watch this. I'm just gonna mention this cookbook that I got this recipe from, or I sort of somewhat modified it a little bit, at least the way they suggested that you prepare the burger, but the sauce is almost directly on point, except that they suggested brown sugar, and you notice I used white sugar. I didn't have brown sugar. I actually ran out. It's normally a staple, but I ran out. Anyway, try white sugar, still came out pretty good. But yeah, this cookbook is a nice addition to the household. Actually, I had this cookbook, got it for my birthday, had it for about 2 years from my mother-in-law, never used it. But now since I'm on this cooking, I don't know, this love for passion for cooking, it just overwhelmed me over the summer. I decided to pull it out, and so far I've tried 5 different recipes, and all of them so far have hit the spot. So I recommend it. I'll put the name of the cookbook down in the description, but so far it's all hit the spot. So yeah, just stir up your peanut butter sauce. Keep making sure it doesn't get burned. Make sure it gets a nice consistency. Actually, this is the main part of the recipe. Once you get this sauce down correctly, it's gonna be a nice little addition for anyone that's looking for an alternative from just their normal burger. All right, now you're starting to see it thickening up. I think it's finished now, yeah. Yep, so there's your peanut butter sauce. I'm telling you, it really hit the spot. So now, as far as the burgers, I'm just gonna speed through it. This is just a combination of beef and pork mixed ground meat. Of course, I added some salt and some pepper, added some chili flakes. But like I said, cook your burger and put the toppings that you would normally put on there: tomatoes, lettuce. I wouldn't put mayonnaise and mustard because you have the peanut butter sauce, but basically you're going to make the patties as you normally would. What's going to give this burger the different tastes will be the peanut butter sauce and of course the addition of pineapples. So yeah, this burger, you're gonna watch me cook this burger down. You're gonna watch me add some salt. You're gonna watch me add some pepper. Sometimes I add different seasonings, but I am really learning to go back to the basics. Really, for most cuts of meat, according to my brother, all you need is salt and pepper. That's it. Now, once you want to start adding other flavors, do it, go ahead. But really, get your taste buds back to just salt and pepper. And as I'm starting to do, my taste buds are starting to come back, man. As soon as I add a certain ingredient, I immediately taste the difference. Such as when I add rosemary or I add basil or oregano, I immediately taste the difference with just that one extra addition. So I'm trying to go back from just adding 10 to 15 different ingredients, but not really understanding what the difference does it make. I'm trying to go back to the basics with this. So anyway, added the pineapples. I did have pineapple slices, but the pineapple that I had was rotten. I don't know how I just picked out a bad one. I guess I need to learn how to better cook my fruit, but sometimes they happen. So anyway, I added the pineapple cuts into the meat so it can add to the already juices of the meat. Now I'm checking the temperature. Guys, 5 minutes on each side for the patty, but if you're not sure, if you don't have the eye for it, use a thermometer. That's what I'm doing right now, I'm checking the temperature. The thermometer will always tell you when your food is done. You never have to worry about it being raw or overcooked if you use a thermometer. Once you develop that eye, hey, you might not need it, but even then, just having a thermometer takes the guesswork out of cooking. So I suggest you buy one. So now I'm done with the burger. Oh yeah, this tasted delicious. I highly suggest this. You know what? If you like this video, like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. There will be more videos coming. Eventually, I probably will put a video up of all the burgers I have tried or will try in the future. Hey, enjoy.